Have you ever felt like you're running on a treadmill, putting in endless effort but staying in the same place? You follow all the advice. You work harder. You push yourself. But the success, the love, the peace you desire remains just out of reach. You see others achieving their dreams and wonder, what is their secret? Is it luck? Is it some hidden advantage? The truth is, it's none of those things. The feeling of being stuck, of being out of sync with your desires, comes from a profound misunderstanding of how reality actually works. We've been taught to live in a world of cause and effect, a world where we must struggle and strive to get what we want. But this is an outdated model of reality. It's like trying to navigate the modern world with a map from the 15th century. What if I told you that your reality, everything you see, feel, and experience, is not a fixed, solid thing? What if it's a mirror, reflecting something much more fundamental back at you? That fundamental thing is your energy, your frequency. At the most basic level, the science of quantum physics reveals a universe that is not made of solid matter, but of vibrating fields of energy. Everything, from the chair you're sitting on to the thoughts in your head, is vibration. You are not just a physical body navigating a physical world. You are a broadcasting tower of energy, and the frequency you emit is what determines the reality you receive. The solution to changing your life isn't to work harder. It's to broadcast a different signal. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. This isn't just a spiritual platitude. It is a fundamental law of existence, supported by the deepest inquiries into the nature of our universe. Success and attraction do not come from luck or excessive effort, but from consciously and deliberately aligning yourself with the frequency of your desired version of yourself, a version that already exists in the quantum field of infinite potential. Think of it like a radio. If you want to listen to a classical music station, you don't try to force the rock station to play Mozart. You simply change the dial to the correct frequency. In the same way, the version of you that is healthy, wealthy, and living in love already exists as a potential frequency in the quantum field. Your job is not to create it from scratch, but to tune your own frequency to match it. How do you do that? You do it through your state of being. Your emotions, your feelings are the language that speaks to the universe. They are what tunes your dial. The famous double-slit experiment in quantum physics demonstrated something that mystified scientists for decades. Particles behave differently when they are being observed. The act of observation, of consciousness itself, collapses infinite possibilities into a single experience. You are the observer of your life. Your focused, feeling-based attention is what chooses a reality from the field of all possibilities. So why do so many of us remain stuck, broadcasting the same unwanted frequency day after day, even when we consciously desire change? The barrier isn't a lack of willpower. The barrier is your subconscious mind. Neuroscience has shown that the subconscious mind governs up to 95% of your daily behavior, thoughts, and emotional reactions. It is a vast database of your past experiences, a collection of conditioned responses and emotional memories. If your past was defined by struggle, your subconscious learned the feeling of struggle. If it was defined by lack, it memorized the frequency of lack. This becomes your default energetic setting. Your identity is not who you think you are. Your true identity is the frequency you consistently broadcast from this subconscious program. You can repeat positive affirmations all day long, but if your subconscious body, conditioned by years of experience, is broadcasting a signal of unworthiness or fear, that is the signal the universe will respond to. It's like trying to paint a masterpiece with a dirty brush. The old energy contaminates the new intention. Therefore, the most profound work you can ever do is not on the outside world, but on your inner world. You must become a new person. You have to unmemorize the emotional states of your past and intentionally condition your body to a new mind, a new energy. You must shift your identity from being a product of your past to being a creator of your future. So, how do you begin this radical shift? The key is to understand that the subconscious mind is not reconditioned by logic, but by feeling. Emotion is energy in motion. To create a new reality, you must generate the emotions of that reality within you before it happens. This is where the highest frequency of all comes into play. Love. Love in its purest form, which includes gratitude, wholeness, appreciation, and joy, is the most coherent and magnetic frequency you can embody. It is the frequency of creation itself. It carries no resistance, no lack, no separation. When you broadcast the frequency of love, you are in perfect synchronicity with the creative force of the universe. Your brain has a built-in mechanism that supports this process, called the Reticular Activating System, or RAS. The RAS is a network of neurons at the brainstem that acts as a filter for your reality. It decides what sensory information gets through to your conscious mind based on what you have deemed important. If you are constantly focused on what's wrong in your life, your RAS will diligently point out every problem, every frustration, every piece of evidence that confirms your negative focus. However, when you deliberately choose to focus on and feel love, gratitude, and abundance, you reprogram your RAS. It begins to filter your reality differently, showing you opportunities, synchronicities, and reasons to be grateful that you were completely blind to before. You start seeing the world not as it is, but as you are. The first practical step is to reclaim your morning. Before your mind is polluted by the outside world, before you check your phone or read the news, you must spend time consciously broadcasting your new frequency. Sit in stillness and generate the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Don't just visualize having what you want. Feel what it feels like. Feel the gratitude. Feel the joy. Feel the love. This conscious act of emotional generation is the most important work you will ever do. The greatest challenge on this path is energetic incoherence. This happens when your thoughts are saying one thing, but your heart and body are feeling another. You might think, I want to be abundant, but you feel the familiar pang of lack in your stomach. This sends a mixed, chaotic signal to the quantum field. The universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to who you are being, to your dominant vibration. A fleeting positive thought is no match for a deeply ingrained emotional state of fear or worry that runs on autopilot 95% of the day. This is why aligning your thoughts and feelings is paramount. We must achieve what scientists call heart-brain coherence. The heart generates a powerful electromagnetic field, thousands of times stronger than the brain's. When the thoughts in your mind are aligned with the elevated emotions of your heart, you become an incredibly powerful creative force. You are broadcasting a clear, coherent, and potent signal that commands the attention of the universe. This isn't just a spiritual concept, it has profound biological implications. The field of epigenetics has proven that your genes are not your destiny. Your emotional states, which are chemical signals, can literally turn genes on and off. The sustained feeling of stress produces hormones like cortisol, which downregulates genes for growth and repair, and leads to disease. Conversely, sustained elevated emotions like love and joy produce chemicals that upregulate genes for health, longevity, and vitality. By changing your frequency, you are not just changing your external reality. You are literally changing your physical body at the cellular level. You are becoming your own placebo. This modern science is simply catching up to ancient wisdom. Vedanta philosophy declares Aham Brahmasmi, I am the Absolute. It teaches that the individual consciousness is one with the universal consciousness. The Bible states, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Notice it doesn't say as he thinketh in his mind, but in his heart. The heart is the seat of feeling, the altar of frequency. These ancient teachings were not metaphors. They were user manuals for reality. They were instructing you to embody the feeling of your desire, to become it in your heart, so that creation could respond to you. To make this transformation tangible and lasting, you must move from intellectual understanding to daily practice. It requires a dedicated ritual to overwrite the old subconscious programs. I propose a 21-day journey to solidify this new identity. For 21 consecutive days, you will commit to this practice, not as a chore, but as an act of profound self-love. Here is the framework. First, your morning alignment. Before you do anything else, dedicate 10 to 15 minutes to a meditation where you are not asking for anything, but rather giving thanks for it already being here. Close your eyes and ask yourself, how would the person I want to be feel right now? And then, you generate that feeling in your heart. You embody it, amplify it until you feel more real in that inner world than you do in your outer one. Second, midday check-ins. Set 3 random alarms on your phone throughout the day. When an alarm goes off, it is your signal to stop, take a deep breath, and ask yourself one question. What frequency am I broadcasting right now? Are you in a state of stress, impatience, or worry? Or are you in a state of love, gratitude, and peace? In that moment, consciously choose to realign your energy. Bring to mind something you are grateful for, and let that feeling wash over you. This trains you to become a conscious creator, rather than an unconscious reactor. Finally, your evening gratitude. Before you fall asleep, spend 5 minutes marinating in the feeling of gratitude. The subconscious mind is most impressionable in the state just before sleep. By feeling grateful for your reality, especially for any evidence, however small, that your new life is unfolding, you are programming your subconscious for more of the same. I invite you to make a declaration right now. Go to the comments and type, "I am committed," to anchor this intention not just for yourself, but for this whole community. Now, what happens when you commit to this practice, but your 3D reality still reflects your old life? What happens when doubt, fear, and impatience creep in? This is the most critical juncture in your journey. This is the great test. You must understand that your physical reality is a lagging indicator. It is an echo of your past vibration. It takes time for the new signal you are broadcasting to materialize. When you see your old reality, the temptation is to react to it with the same old emotions. This is the trap that keeps people stuck in a loop forever. Reacting to your current reality with the old energy only creates more of that same reality. Your task is to not be moved by what you see with your eyes. Your loyalty must be to the vision and the feeling within you, not to the circumstances outside of you. Acknowledge the current reality, but do not give it your emotional energy. It is old news. It is the remnant of a frequency you no longer broadcast. Think of it like this. If you turn your radio dial from the rock station to the classical station, you might hear a moment of static as you tune. You don't panic and turn the dial back to the rock station because you hear static. You hold steady, knowing the clear classical signal is there. Your unwavering focus on your desired emotional state is you holding the dial steady through the static of your old reality. The ancient spiritual masters taught this principle as walking by faith, not by sight. This is not blind faith. It is quantum faith. It is the unwavering knowledge that you have selected a potential in the quantum field with your focused energy, and you are holding that frequency until it collapses into a physical experience. Do not let the shadow of the past convince you that the sun of your future is not rising. In the end, this entire journey is about remembering. It is not about becoming someone you are not. It is about unbecoming everything you were taught you were, so you can remember the powerful creator you have always been. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are not defined by your past. You are a sovereign being of consciousness, blessed with the divine ability to choose your reality through the frequency you embody. The universe is not separate from you. It is a magnificent mirror, waiting patiently to reflect the beauty, the abundance, and the love that you choose to become. The question is not whether you are capable of this. The question is whether you will choose to do the work. Will you commit to showing up for yourself every single day? Will you have the courage to love yourself enough to feel worthy of your dreams before they arrive? This 21-day ritual is your invitation. It is your doorway into a new state of being. The power has always been within you. It is time to claim it. If this message has resonated deep within you, subscribe to this channel and turn on your notifications. We are on this journey of remembering together. Share this video with someone who needs to hear that their reality is in their hands. And most importantly, begin your journey today. Your new reality is not something you chase or find. It is something you become. And it starts now.